I have a motion on the floor by Councilman Redcorn, seconded by Councilman Red Eagle. Call for the question, please.
Councilman Redcorn?
Yes.
Councilman Red Eagle?
Yes.
Councilman Rebar?
Yes.
Chairman Waller?
Yes.
Secretary Yates?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foreman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Gray?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harlan?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you so much. With that, I'd like to entertain any motion come out of executive.
Chairman?
Yes, Councilwoman Gray.
I have three motions. First motion is to approve travel for the chairman to attend the Phillips 66 meeting in Houston on the 15th.
On January 15th.
Second.
I have a motion on the floor by Councilwoman Gray, seconded by Councilwoman Harlan. Any more discussion, council?
Call for the question.
Call for the question, please.
Councilman Red Eagle?
Yes.
Councilman Rebar?
Yes.
Chairman Waller?
Yes.
Secretary Yates?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foreman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Gray?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harlan?
Yes.
Councilman Redcorn?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. With that, I'd like to entertain any other motion coming out of executive.
Yes. I'd like to make the motion to direct the chairman
We got this.
to schedule a meeting with Chief and Congress to brief them on Terra and explore, a meeting with Chief and Congress to brief them on Terra and to explore the pre-application. Second.
I have a motion on the floor by Councilwoman Gray, seconded by Councilwoman Harlan. Any discussion?
I'd like to amend my.
Call for the question. Would you please amend
I would
it?
like to amend it that we are just talking to brief and
On
just to
Terra.
explore on Terra.
Thank you. Second, are you okay with
Yeah,
that, dear? Thank you. Call for the question.
Councilman Rebar?
Yes.
Chairman Waller?
Yes.
Secretary Yates?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foreman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Gray?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harlan?
Yes.
Councilman Redcorn?
Yes.
Councilman Red Eagle?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. I'd like to entertain any other motion, please.
Yes, I have a last one. I'd like to make the motion to direct the chairman to sign a joint letter with Chief Standing Bearer to begin a consultation for Terra, which is the Tribal Energy Resource Agreement.
Second.
Second.
I have a second on motion on the floor by Councilwoman Gray, seconded by Councilwoman Harlan. Any discussion? I will interject that this is only the process in which we ask the United States government to help us and review this process. With that, I'd like to call for the question.
Chairman Waller?
Yes.
Secretary Yates?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foreman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Gray?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harlan?
Yes.
Councilman Redcorn?
Yes.
Councilman Red Eagle?
Yes.
Councilman Rebar?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Do I have any other motions in this? Thank you very much, Council. With that, I'd like to move down to old business and we thank scholarship. Councilman Red Eagle.
Thank you, Chairman. The committee, the scholarship committee met right before the meeting today, and there were 3 applicants, the same students applied that are already on scholarship, applied for spring 2020 spring semester. And I'd like to add too that there were some other opinions in our committee meeting that 2 of the committee members suggested, and they were good opinions about what to do in the future. And we talked it over, and it is maybe later on at a later future date, we'll bring them out to the full council. And I'd like to also ask if any other council members have any ideas about these scholarships that we're giving out. Please let us know if you have any ideas or opinions about it. But the scholarship recipients are David Bishop, Allison Koopman, and Kate Free for $1,000 for the 2020 spring semester. I'd like to also add that one of the applicants scored a B in calculus. I was lucky to get by with a C.
Hey, no more broad now.
Intermediate algebra.
Let me ask this, with these applicants, their grades are good, They're in that. I think that we also had opened a variety of issues up where it's not only just the petroleum engineering, but the attorney, the calculus, that kind of effort. With that, I'd like to entertain a motion.
I entertain a motion that we accept David Bishop, Allison Koopman, and Katie Free for $1,000 for the spring semester.
And they were the last year, last comment.
Second.
Second, I have a motion on the floor by Councilman Red Eagle, seconded by Councilman Redcorn. Any other discussion? Hearing none, call for the question.
Secretary Yates,
Abstain?
Councilwoman Foreman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Gray,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harlan,
Yes.
Councilman Redcorn,
Yes.
Councilman Red Eagle,
Yes.
Councilman Rebar.
Yes.
Chairman Waller.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Council.
Chairman, I make a motion, we approve minutes December 18, 2019 as presented.
Second.
Second, I have a motion on the floor by Councilman Redcorn, seconded by Councilwoman Gray, open for discussion. Councilwoman Foreman.
Yeah, I'd like to make a correction on page 2 at the top. It says, Councilwoman Foreman asked if there were any internal meter inspections. The answer was no. And it's kind of a run-on sentence about saying meter runnings internally, no, ending the sentence. It's just not a well-constructed sentence, and it needs, the answer is no. There were no internal meter inspections. And then on down a
That could
few
have been
more lines.
possibly verbatim.
It is verbatim.
Right, well, it clarifies it. And then going on down, the superintendent asked to get a letter requesting that internal inspections be performed once a year. That's also not clarified.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't know if we sent that letter out yet, but the whole purpose is that we want internal meter inspections once a year on every meter.
And also encompasses what we need to do if the federal government is not putting that into the contracts, that we implement that review. And that's going to be our new standard, the APA.
That will be
AGA,
the
what
rules
is
that
it,
the
3?
committee writes up will
Is
have.
it 3? Yes, AGA 3, and we'll
AGA 3.
implement it. Council, anything else?
That's gonna have an amended motion and second.
No,
The motion is approve the meeting minutes as is.
as is.
So I'd like to amend it.
You can.
if I can.
We have a motion on the floor. Council, call for the question.
Yep.
Excuse me, Councilman Rivard.
How is the BIA going to inspect these meters when they can't, the meter loops internally? When most of them aren't even constructed to where you can access.
Well, we don't really know that yet. I know that we suspect that. And the 3 meters that our consultant did inspect had the ability to inspect them internally, is all I know.
But, okay, then maybe a legal question. You're asking the BIA to perform this test, which may not be possible. And if it's not required under gas purchase contract with the gas company.
Subject.
We're still gonna ask.
Oh,
We're still gonna ask them. That's what the letter's about.
Okay.
Call for the question.
Clarification on the motion.
That we are going to send a letter out that we have the internal
No, approve the minutes.
No, just approve the
minutes, okay, thank you,
That's it,
because we
thank
got off.
Right, we got sidetracked. We're on
Minutes
subject.
verbatim. Call for the question.
Councilwoman Foreman,
No,
Councilwoman Gray,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harlan,
Yes.
Councilman Redcorn,
Yes.
Councilman Red Eagle,
Yes.
Councilman Rebar,
Abstain.
Chairman Waller,
Yes.
Secretary Yates.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion.
Yes.
This is a point of procedure.
Yes.
So I was, as the council may recall, I had asked and inquired why the councilwoman at the end of the table usually votes no. I know why she voted no today. Is something funny?
yes.
Excuse us, let her
You
have
guys
the
mentioned
floor.
mine and somebody else.
If you'd like to know why, I'd be glad to tell you.
I already know one.
No, you don't.
So her opinion that she gave to the council at that time, or her statement was that the council receives the, meeting minutes for less than 24 hours before. That is the case. We did get it 24 hours before, not even 24 hours before this time. Now, while I may disagree about how long it takes to read the minutes, I do think that that's unreasonable to get them. And here's part of the other procedure that I want to bring up. Minutes are not meant to be a transcript.
That's correct.
Minutes are to be an accounting of what action was taken. If somebody wants to listen to the transcript, they can go, it's online, you can go listen to it. And that may be some of the reason why it's taken so long to get these. So contrary to the humor that I got at the other end, I'm trying to help her with the fact that she's getting these minutes so late. So at this point, as a point of procedure, I would like to make a motion that our minutes be kept not as a transcript, but as a history of what occurred in here, and that we get them at the same time the agenda is posted and no later.
I second that.
It's, that is in the form of a motion, isn't
That
it?
is in the form of motion.
And a second, I have a motion on the floor by Councilman Harlan, seconded by Councilman Rebar, to receive the minutes when we receive the 2 days ahead of the schedule. Also, in these cases, and I will go ahead and say this, we used to keep them a couple of weeks to allow that. But some of the personnel and some of the elders, they lived in there. And that doesn't work. The staff needs the room to keep our business going. I want to compliment you for that. Also, just call for the question.
Councilwoman Gray,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harlan,
Yes.
Councilman Redcorn,
Yes.
Councilman Red Eagle,
Yes.
Councilman Rebar,
Yes.
Chairman Waller,
With the agenda, is in the motion? Yes.
Second Chair Yates,
Yes.
Councilwoman Foreman.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Councilwoman Gray, then Councilman Reddy.
Yes, I need to set up a media committee. So I know that I've only received, I think, two articles. No, an article. Okay. But if you could put it in a Word document, that way it'd be easier for us, not on text messages. So if you could get the documents to me, hopefully, I need to have that meeting, and I'll work with the committee members on scheduling that, and we'll contact the new company we've hired, so we can get this all going.
What is it?
That was,
What is it?
everybody gets a 500-word, like on your committee, or what you've done, whatever you want to do, you get 500 words that is going to go into this newsletter.
And where did this come from?
We talked about it last meeting.
In the last
I had to leave early.
I saw your email, sir.
Yeah, I had to leave early, so I didn't know that.
Well, no. So you have time to
So,
write.
okay,
So
so
by
I
like
did have a
next-
question. You know, I heard about this yesterday when, I guess, Councilman Redcorn had sent his in, and I didn't know anything about it. But, are you going to publish these, all from all 8 of us?
Yes, yeah, it's going to be part of
Who
our
provided
newsletter.
it?
Yeah, there'll
And
be
then
like
Are you going to edit it, or are you going to put it exactly the way we do it?
well, once you write your, 500 words, whatever you want to say, but we hope that it has to do with, like the meetings that you've attended, the, going to NAEP, include that as well as your committee information, just things you're working on, and then we will not edit it unless it's over 500 words, and we'll ask you to summarize it, make it shorter. But I think 500 words a piece, plus if you have pictures, please send those
Or
to.
can we have, this is for the newsletter.
Yes, it's for
And
the.
so we ought to be able to express our opinions.
You say whatever you want to,
Okay,
as long as
and you won't
it's
change
just.
it.
I wouldn't change it if that's
She
your
won't.
part.
Because I may have something to say that some of y'all may not wouldn't want me to put in.
Just put your name on it, sir. We'll be ready.
I'm just anticipating.
Well, just.
No, I understand that. Just put your name on it.
I might sit down one evening.
We've seen your emails late, so I know exactly what you're saying. We've all seen those. Yeah, right.
Thank you, dear. Is there anything else you need to
No, I
add?
just wanted to set that reminder up. Thank you.
I am going to, my last interjection is that the 2 articles in which was the White House Roundtable, the RPC, and the IC WIG, I would just like to have a paragraph of that part, put those two items in, and I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna try to interpretate or put enough words in there to cover what we had to look at today.
Yeah.
But you, feel free, council.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Second, I have a motion on the floor by Councilman Redcorn, seconded by Councilwoman Harlan. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'd like to call for the question.
Councilwoman Harlan.
Yes.
Councilman Redcorn.
Yes.
Councilman Red Eagle.
Yes.
Councilman Rebar.
Yes.
Chairman Waller.
Yes.
Secretary Yates.
Yes.
Councilwoman Foreman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Gray. Yes. Motion passes.
Thank you all. Right. Or adjourned.
Yes, I like it. Look at your calendar.
Over there.